everyone, and welcome to today's APTU presentation. Today we're going to be discussing sales reps, specifically how to create them, how to associate them to customers and transactions, how they relate to AdvancePro users, and how to get reports about them. Now, we will be taking questions at the end of today's discussion, so if you have something you'd like to ask at any time, feel free to enter it into the Questions tab of your GoToWebinar panel. And we will be addressing them at the end. So a sales rep in AdvancePro is a profile of an employee or a third party that might be earning commissions, or otherwise you might want to track who's doing what on your customer transactions. So they get attached to your customer transactions. Now, you can use this for other reporting purposes, and this is all found in the Sales Reps tab of the AdvancePro system. Now, a sales rep can be turned into an AdvancePro user, but they don't have to be. And in fact, if sales reps are entered, they're entering orders maybe using AdvancePro's sales rep web portal or some other system, they'll have all the tools they need for customer management and sales from a website, and they don't need to be linked in to AdvancePro's desktop user licenses. For more information on our web services, including the AdvancePro Sales Rep web portal, as well as dozens of other topics from our previous APTU videos, take a look at advanceprotech.com under the Resources tab. So a sales rep can be initially created here under the Sales Rep tab. You'll see you can add or edit or view sales reps. Today we're going to go through an existing sales rep, and we'll walk through that wizard and that profile of a sales rep and what each field does. So I'm just going to go into Edit Sales Rep. Now you'll see throughout AdvancePro you'll have these E buttons for edit. We're going to edit Adam Barnes today. So first off, you'll see that you can put in the name and contact information for any particular sales rep. You can also set up how it's going to sync over the commissions into QuickBooks if they're earning commissions, whether or not it'll go into payroll as an employee or to third-party payable as a vendor. Now, in the next tab, we can go ahead and start assigning customers to this. So any customer that's assigned to a sales rep is going to get that sales rep assigned to all their transactions by default. Now, you can assign customers to more than one rep, and that's usually used for people who are managing things through our sales rep web portal or through what we call a limited sales rep profile, which we'll talk about in a moment. So we can go ahead and assign customers to this rep. We'll go ahead and check those off. And here in the next tab, we're going to go to the Additional Info tab now. You can also go ahead and set their commissions. And you'll have a couple of options. Right now, this rep is not set to earn commissions. We could put in a flat rate commission in that it will calculate simple flat rate commissions across any order. And for that, I recommend commission on order total amount. It's quite rare that anyone's going to be using commissions on order total commission, and that's used for calculating a percentage of a percentage. So it's a layered technique that is only used in very specific businesses. Now you'll also see we have the limited sales rep view settings. So when you attach this sales rep profile to a AdvancePro user profile and under Site Administrators, which we'll cover in a moment, you'll have the option of creating what's called a limited sales rep role. And that's going to allow you to choose for this rep which aspects of AdvancePro they're allowed to access. Now the last tab on the end, this is for login info. So this is, again, if you're going to be using our sales rep web portal, you'll be able to set their username and password from here. Let's go ahead and back out. So that walks through just the general setup of a sales rep. Now to attach the sales rep profile to an AdvancePro user, you can come to Admin, and you'll come to Site Administrators, and you'll see for any site administrator, you're going to be able to assign an existing sales rep profile. So this could work if you've got someone who's assisting a sales rep in the office, and the sales rep is submitting paper copies of their orders to your office or emailing the information. This could also happen if we wanted to give our friend Adam Barnes an actual AdvancePro login. We could go and fill out their login information. Now, just like any other site administrator, and you can check our site administrators and roles video on this, you can use one of our preset or custom role. Now, we do have two special roles that have a little bit different behavior. There's the sales rep role, which just limits a user to being able to enter customer orders and check things like their commission reports, check inventory. But we also have the restricted sales rep, and the restricted sales rep really limits that person's view right down to the customers that are assigned to the assigned sales rep for that user. So that's how you can associate a sales rep profile and the associated customers with a specific user of AdvancePro so that they're managing just their orders, just their customers, instead of seeing everything else that's happening throughout your business. Now that brings us to the transaction itself. So as we start a new customer transaction, we can just come here to New Order under our Customers area. And when we come to that new order, we're going to be able to select a customer, and if that customer has an assigned sales rep, they'll pop up automatically. Otherwise, you can always choose the appropriate sales rep from the sales rep drop-down. So there's some various options there. Now, when we hit Proceed, we can still change the sales rep. That's found right here, so we can still go ahead and check any other sales rep we want. So this allows us to change the sales rep partway through an order if we need to. So that talks a little bit about just how to attach these sales reps to the orders. Now, if we run a commission report or a sales report by customer and then filter down by the sales rep, so we see just the customers associated by that with that sales rep and the transactions associated with that sales rep. This is where that setting is found on the transaction itself, so that we can link anything that's going on with this order to that rep. Now, you can also do this without associating any customers to any rep. Just an AdvancePro user would go ahead and choose the appropriate rep for orders at random instead of choosing automatically based on an association between the rep and the customer. Now, one thing I do want to talk about now is the commission reports and other reports that have to do with the sales reps. So we're going to come now to the Reports tab. Going up to the Reports tab, and we're going to come to the Sales Report. So there's two reports I want to touch on. The first one is the Sales Reps Report. This is a commissions report. So here you can see you can filter down your reports to see anything paid or unpaid throughout AdvancePro, and you can filter it down by the reps and the sales that were completed between certain dates. So this will apply only to orders that were actually invoiced. You do need to create invoices for them to appear in these sales reports. Otherwise, you might be looking at a customer order report, and that's found in the general reports area. With sales reports by customer, you can also filter down by sales rep, so you can see everything that that particular sales rep sold to their respective customers over that time. They can use this for their own intelligence and to see who's short, as well as for a supervisor to go in and take a look at their sales before they might be commissioned. Now, a couple other things that might be useful. Also, we have the customer sales goals report. So we could choose a specific customer and see how they're moving against their customer goals. Check out an upcoming video we have. Over the next few weeks, we'll be releasing a CRM video, and we will talk a little bit about setting sales goals month to month and general CRM transactions in AdvancePro. For now, though, this concludes our quick tour of the sales reps functionality in AdvancePro. If you have any questions, we will be addressing them in just a moment, so feel free to enter them into the GoToWebinar panel under the Questions tab, and thank you all for watching. We're not seeing many questions. Oh, we just had one pop up. How do we track sales reps if they have different rates of commissions? How do you track commissions at different rates? Well, there's a few ways to do that. Generally, what I would recommend is go ahead and set up multiple sales rep profiles, one for each potential commission rate. So you might have Andrew Watson at 10%, Andrew Watson at 8%, Andrew and Paula splitting 4% each, and that would get a total commission of 8%. That's one way you could track that within AdvancePro, but it is limited to one commission type per profile, and I'm not sure you can do a tracking where you're getting different commission levels on different products. That's a whole other story. Okay? Any other questions? We'll just hold for a moment. Not seeing any other questions, so thank you all for watching and have a great week. Take care.